Hello and welcome to the show. We start this week's FailRace episode with KITT on GTA 5. Now, they've got to drive the June loader, I think I remember. Anyway, it's a big, fairly slow truck through the city to complete a mission. Now, you would think a bike would pose no issue, however, you would be wrong. It's a good flip, actually. It's a good thing the weapon parts can't fall out the back of the truck, I have to say, but it shows why you shouldn't just randomly run over bikes. Coxtrot up next with, let's say, a bit of a weird one. So they're having a firefight in the air. Things go wrong, they end up dying. The thing is, their helicopter doesn't explode, and while they're not really paying all that much attention, they're trying to get a new vehicle ready. The remnants of their helicopter manages to kill them for a second time. Yeah, that's not what you want at all. I want to just course 3 now with a very, very stubborn deer. I have seen this once before. I think it was a goat actually ended up on the bonnet of a car, but this one might be even more stubborn than that. So first of all, the player gets into the car. Well, first of all, the car is carjacked. Deer is still on the bonnet. The player then drives it around, taking it off-road and swerving from side to side and braking, and none of that is really enough to shake the deer off. They then bail out of the car, have it go wander off into some foliage and climb a mountain. Deer is still on the bonnet of the car. There's some crashes and some bumps into the rocks as you kind of go along over here. Still through all the elevation changes. Nope, that's not enough to get rid of it off the bonnet. And then, there's a big ramp. You might as well find out what happens with a big amount of airtime. Nope, still not enough. That is some seriously, seriously stubborn wildlife right there. Gunbladelad is up next on Ghost Recon Wildlands, trying to take a shortcut up the side of a mountain. We know what happens when you go for shortcuts in video games. They go wrong. This time it is a fence that decides to just not let the pickup drive through it. Although, thankfully for the truck, it does land on its wheels, so can get going again. We're on to Sea of Thieves next. Now, they've managed to park the boat in a bit of an awkward place. It's kind of pointing in towards the island. I think they're trying to kind of twist it around this rock to get it kind of moving. Well, it decides to fire itself for a big U-turn. It's no longer wedged on the rock. Well, not in the same way on the rock. It's wedged on a different rock, and that's definitely not how you boat. It's definitely not how you boat. That guy fire on crossout has found a tree, and the big armoured car has been beaten by a singular tree. Yep, it is stuck. It is spinning around, wedged, impaled on said tree. Calvin Tola is up next on WRC9. Now, we've seen many a high-speed shunt on rally games over the years of doing this. However, for the Fiesta, it is a very, very near miss. It's a huge two-wheel moment as the car bounced off the dirt bank to land back on its wheels and carry on. Wafer on Rally 2 is finding out why you don't take shortcuts, although got so lucky in the Lancia right there. So the crest, they're trying to avoid going all the way to the left. They think they can take a shortcut. The problem is it's bumpy out here. It flips one way onto its roof, bounces off the kind of railing and off, I guess it's like the edge of the road almost, that flips it back onto its wheels and somehow lands perfectly, pointing the direction it needs to go, which is very, very lucky indeed. We're on to Hot Wheels Unleashed next with more unbelievable luck. This time around, racing a McLaren Senna as they're heading up towards a loop. Actually gets things a little bit wrong on the boost pad, but gets away with it. Twists off the loop to land back on the circuit and able to just carry on again, pointing in perfectly the right direction. Silenced You up next on Car X Drift. This is more shortcuts, although this one here is more for style than it is for anything else. Yep, that is lovely over the barrier and perfect. It lost the points. I feel like that was a lot more drift points in that, managing to do a roll and land on your wheels to carry on. Yeah, there's definitely some bonus points, I think. Admittedly, I think it did screw over the player behind them or whatever, but still. PrincipledFoe up next on Farming Sim. And I know what you're thinking. Yes, it is a trailer full of stuff, and it doesn't look exactly neatly packed on there. I was thinking the same thing. You're waiting for the physics ball to happen. But it's weirder. it just hits an invisible post and everything slightly falls off the trailer. It's not the physics ball that we were expecting. USSVagrant up next on Evil Dead the game. Now they're playing as the monster, and I think there's only one person left or whatever, one survivor, etc. And, well, they're not doing a very good getaway here. It's not really how you get away. They have managed to twist it this time. This maneuver has kind of worked, but it's still not really pointing the way it wants to go. We're going to drive into there and then reverse. And these are the strongest wooden posts you've ever seen. And there we go. We are free from all of that. And finally, we have Uber Fuzz on NASCAR 21 Ignition. So there is a safety car restart, if you like, about to happen. It's the dirt race at Bristol. Everything's got a bit messy, as you might expect. So, we're on to the restart of the race, and, I mean, it's a usual restart. The player car's trying to get underneath and actually does get a half-decent launch in all of this. But watch on the left-hand side, because for whatever reason, the safety car decides to just come back out onto the circuit for no good reason and cause absolute mayhem. I mean, the player's trying to get to the inside but can't until it is too late. It's definitely not all clear, I can tell you that much. That should not be there. That should not have happened. Don't quite know why the safety car decided it needed to be back on the track. Kind of reminds me of that World Touring Car crash with the safety car. Yeah. Who knows? Who knows? But there we go. That is going to be it for this episode. As ever, if you have clips you'd like to submit to this series, you can via a Google form. There'll be a link in the description, and all the rules and how it works can be found on there. That, though, is going to be it from me. Thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, a goodbye.